so I'd gotten a little feel for links golf, and I really enjoyed it. It was, I know some Americans it's so different and they don't embrace it, but I loved links golf. I mean, I still do. I think it's the most, probably if I could choose to play, golf for the rest of my life somewhere, I'd probably play more links golf. I mean, it's just everything about the creativity and was just really fun. So, loved it. And that's a special golf course. Really, really neat golf course. It's just the topography and how many blind tee shots you have. And it was a nice, we only had rain for maybe 15 minutes one day during a practice round. So we had a week of beautiful weather. Greens were pretty fast, firm and fast course. It was awesome.
What I loved about the story you told in McGraw's podcast is that is it Buddy had came up to you and was like, he's like, how are we doing? And he's like,
yeah. I mean, it's like, I would think it's the coaching 101 of not what not to say. Do, right? It was I just 3-putted on 17 from long range and missed a 5-footer, and that was, you'd heard all these roars of the comeback that GB and I was making that afternoon. I mean, it looked like it was over. I mean, it really did. We swept that morning session, and so but man, what a comeback they made. And when I asked him, I mean, it was point blank, well, Jonathan, if you would have made that putt back there, that would have guaranteed that you would get a half point here, and then that half point would guarantee that we would retain the cup. And but now it's you win the hole, we win; you tie, we tie; you lose, we lose. Oh man.
Suck it up.
Yeah, it was, and I think, there 10,000 tickets were supposed to be sold, but they said, a couple thousand more had snuck in, they felt like, and so they were all around that last hole, and that was, it was quite a stage. I mean, it was late in the day, and just sun was coming down, and all those people around, and just remember hitting that 4-iron, 252 yards, 4-iron. Was debating between a 5 and a 4-iron with my caddy. It was so firm, and I'd done a good job all week of just playing up to things, and just not getting over greens, not getting even pin high too often, because if you're off, then you were dead at that course. And so I was always coming up, playing underneath the hole, and almost let the other players make the mistake. But Nigel's in the middle of the fairway, and you got the Walker Cup on the line, and I said, what do you think, 5 or 4? And so I think you can do whatever, but probably need a 4 if you're really going to get it there. And so it's like, well, we're getting it there. So, but I had kind of two feels that week. I would set my feet a certain way, my knees, that would kind of create more of a fade. And then I had kind of a waggle that would sort of help me feel a draw. And the way that hole's shaped, that you land, if you go straight at it, it's running left to right. And if you can draw it, you kind of start running up the hill. And the wind was a little off the right. And so I just went with that draw feel. And, it was almost just kind of one of those out-of-body experiences.
Yeah.
You just hit it and you look up and it's like you can't believe that the ball's just kind of right. I remember seeing flags, just for a moment that were kind of in the distance blowing. And it was like your ball just kind of hit. And it was like something just pulled it right on line, Yeah. It's like you almost can't even imagine yourself doing it, and it just kept chasing and chasing and chasing and chasing. And, an amazing shot. It ended up in that perfect spot, but I'll say too, it also ended up in that spot too, where it's like, I don't know that you can have more pressure either, because now you have a 4.5 footer.
You've stuffed it from 250.
That it's like, you're expected to make this now, it's not like you got a 15 footer that, you sure want it to go in, but if it didn't go in, now it's like, you got to make this eagle to win the thing. I'm not going to lie, it was inside, it was a right center putt that I pushed right edge, and then it broke in just to the inside. But you're just so nervous. You just can't imagine just the feelings that are going on in your body. But I had a couple times in my life standing over some big putts where I just kind of almost took myself back to when I was a young kid, and my dad introduced to me to help me sort of get better with my alignment, and set up these 3 rulers that I'd kind of make a T-square with, that one was kind of for ball position. I could see just kind of my putter face being square and path, and then the other was kind of for feet alignment, and I hit thousands of putts in my life on that thing, and I just tried to kind of imagine that I was on my rulers, and and that was what I was doing, and it's always neat. I think you get into those situations. Sometimes you don't handle it well, and your mind goes the wrong way, and you completely fall on your face and fail. And but then there's other times where I think your senses get heightened, and you find this kind of clarity that actually allows you to do better than you could have possibly done if it was just a kind of a nothing situation.
Yeah.
So
putt goes in and all hell breaks loose.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably, you watch videos, and so a lot of my memories now are actually just kind of seeing the video, not so much of what actually happened in person. But yeah, I definitely know. I think Billy and Colt and Jamie got out there pretty quick, and were lifting me up in the air.
Right.
I do remember drinking quite a few Guinness that night.
Yeah, I was going to say, what was that night like?
Yeah, it was great. It was so fun. Just the Sleeved Honor Hotel is right on property there, and there was a pub in the hotel. And just both teams, a lot of the RNA and USGA, guys that, the officials, but then also, that are just kind of involved, that had traveled over to be a part of it. And it was just a lot of fun. Just a chance to, Nigel, he couldn't have been better. He came up and, shook my hand and kind of hit me across the face a little bit, but also then handed me a Guinness, and was just, everyone was just excited about what we got to all be a part of for the week, and celebrated together, had a lot of fun.